Hi there, welcome back to my live feed. And today I'm going to be talking about something called fusion. So just as we've been talking about the power of stories in our lives, fusion's just a concept that might help explain this a bit more. So fusion is where I'm going to demonstrate with my hands. Fusion is that's us, right? And here's our thoughts. Now fusion is when our thoughts and ourselves seem to be so intimately connected that they're just complete reality. We completely believe our thoughts. We completely follow what our thoughts are saying to us. We think our thoughts are true. We think our thoughts are wise. We think our thoughts are orders. We might even feel that our thoughts are threats. And what we want to do is we want to unfuse ourselves from our thoughts. So we want to sort of separate out us from our thoughts. We want to create a little bit of space. So how do we do that? How can we actually help ourselves to see that our thoughts don't have to be a reality? Some of the thoughts that we think can be pretty harsh. There can be things like, I'm really stupid, I'm such an idiot, or I'm so unattractive, I'm really fat, I really can't cope, I'm absolutely hopeless. So they're pretty awful thoughts, and they're not really all that helpful to us. And sometimes when we realise we're having those sorts of thoughts, we might get into an argument with them. But in actual fact, what we can do is just sort of try and see them in a little bit of a different way. So ways we could do this is, say you were having the thought of, I'm really stupid, or, I'm really inadequate, or I'm a really hopeless parent. So, when you notice yourself having a thought like that, you can say to yourself, I notice that I'm having a thought that I'm really stupid. I notice that I'm having a thought that I'm inadequate. I notice I'm having a thought that I can't cope. I notice I'm having a thought that I'm a really bad parent. And you're creating just that little bit of space there by saying that you're noticing the thought rather than that it's the reality, I am a bad parent, for example. So maybe try that with some of the thoughts that you have. And another thing you can do, if you sort of think of a sort of recurring thought that you have, is to actually then sort of set it to music. So you might like to set I'm a really bad mother, for example, to the tune of Happy Birthday. See how that feels. It's probably a bit silly, and just that bringing in that little bit of silliness helps us to separate out the thought, just helps to create that little bit of a space between us and the thought. And you can recognise then that the thought is not necessarily the reality. And what you can do over time is you can recognise when the thoughts are coming along. And for me, the thought that sort of, is one that I deal with all the time, as I've mentioned before, is the I'm not good enough thought. And I'm getting much better at recognising when that thought comes along. And because I'm getting better at recognising it, and I can think, that's the I'm not good enough story coming along again. It means it's a lot easier to just recognise that it's a story that I tell myself and that I don't need to listen to it. So that's something that's really helped me as I've begun to recognise it more and more. So I hope that's helped you today. So try and set your thoughts to music and see what happens. I'd be interested to hear any feedback that you've got about that. And I look forward to seeing you here another week. Bye.